Hi Pisces, Bailey B hanging out for another intuitive reading to help you explore your subconscious and see what's going on. Thank you for being here. I intend for this reading to give you something fascinating to think about, and I want you to check in with your own intuition to see what feels true and only pick up what's resonating with you. Today I have the I Ching out, which I'm really excited about. It's some of my favorite divination cards. They are, or it is one of my. And then I have a traditional tarot deck out, and I'm gonna kind of like go with more of a flow for the reading. Usually I pick a few and then kind of stop, and I'd like to just see what comes out if I just pull a continual timeline of cards instead of like a spread like I typically do. So anyway, we're going to start with the I Ching cards, and typically or traditionally this is done with coins, either heads or tails, or even like wood sticks. But it's based on yin and yang energy, a solid line versus a dotted line, and how those two play off of each other is a big part of the I Ching traditionally that we won't be able to do here because it's cards. These are card style. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you know the I Ching, you get what I'm saying. All right, so what are two energies that Pisces is dealing with right now? Where are we? Where is Pisces in their energy this week? Let's try that one more time. All right, where is Pisces energy this week? There we go. We've got increase. That's exciting. Hopefully that means an increase in like finances or something. What else do we... Oop, that was fast. And harmony. So an increase in harmony. This is fantastic. All right, so let's check out the artwork on these cards. I absolutely love the artwork. So increase is wind above and thunder below. So you can see how this would kind of whip up a storm. And then harmony is earth above and sky below. So we've got very different elements going on here. And you can see 42 is increase. So it's a combination of 6 yin or yang lines. And what we do is we compare the two. So, and we read from bottom to top. So the first line here are both matching. The second line are not matching, so that's a changing line. So what we do is we read the changing lines between the two cards, and that is where your energy lies. So let's get into this with the I Ching guidebook and see where we are. So with increase, we have substantial progress and increasing prosperity are exhilarating and good as long as you go with the flow and keep the interests of others in mind. So this is a increase in prosperity and progress for you, Pisces. So this is fantastic. Like a river's whitewater rapids, periods of increase can be short of duration. It furthers one to ride the rapids now while the waves of opportunity are high. Leadership in times of increasing opportunity involves commitment to the needs of cohorts and dependents. By remembering that to lead is to serve, a leader strengthens their ability to bring about a lasting increase in prosperity. In a time of general increase, those who contribute most directly to the common good will achieve the greatest and most long-lasting rewards. When opportunities for increase arise, very good fortune comes to those who act swiftly and boldly without falling into the trap of letting their actions be merely self-serving. If you aspire to a position of prominence, the most enduring strategy is to work to raise the tide of your entire community, company, or relationship rather than setting out to swim upstream on your own. When times favor prosperity and when leadership is in the hands of the broad-minded, supreme good fortune is the result. That is fantastic, Pisces, because you're an awesome leader and you always think of others as you're making your way to the top. You're so generous and giving, and this is a time for you to actually have prosperity for yourself and reap the rewards of all of that amazing energy and work that you've been doing. So I'm super, super excited to hear this for us. So the changing lines here are 2, 3, 5, and 6. 2, 3, 5, and 6. So the only one that's not changing is in the middle. Sometimes it's kind of hard. But yeah, 2, 3, 5, 6. All right, so let's read changing line number 2. It says, sometimes sudden good fortune is as disruptive to its recipient as calamity. When good fortune falls into your life, the surest means of staying on course is to reinforce your love of the good. Operate from a sincere desire to extend the power of your integrity and loyalty into the outer world. By remaining true to your higher self, good fortune becomes a lasting condition, and small obstacles are easy to overcome. If you have an instinctive desire to help others at a time like this, heed it. Don't be afraid to follow your heart when it desires to do good. Pisces, you're amazing. I love you. Two, 3, 5, 6. Gosh, it's hard to remember. 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, changing line 3. Even a miscalculation or seemingly unfortunate event can lead to good luck in a time of general increase. Picture a baseball player on a hot streak who is fooled by an inside pitch. Despite his blunder, the ball accidentally hits his bat and bloops a hit while he is trying to get out of the way, and he advances to first base. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. When things are going well, it still behooves you to step up and prepare to swing your bat. So take that chance, Pisces. Things are going well for you right now. Things are in flow. So go for it. That's a sign. Changing line 5 says, a kind heart does not make demands or ask for recognition. Genuine kindness and consideration flow naturally and spontaneously. In such conditions, supreme fortune abounds. All right, and the last changing line is a little bit of a warning. Becoming greedy or power hungry causes one to lose touch because a broad vision is needed to observe the big picture, including what's coming up. So here's the warning, Pisces. If you are too focused on the money or the power, then you're going to miss the bigger picture and you're going to not see something that's coming towards you that you need to be aware of in order to make a good decision and continue on this increase. So the easiest way to lose good fortune is to take it for granted or abuse the privilege. So always be careful, Pisces, and have that feeling of gratitude when especially when things are going really well for you, and do not lose sight of the bigger picture of all of the different blessings, not just monetarily, not just with power or status, but with, everything in your life. Time, ease, beauty, all kinds of things can be going well for you, and you definitely want to be able to use that to observe the bigger picture so you can see things that are coming towards you. All right, and then we have the Harmony card. Earth seems to be above heaven, and heaven is on earth. The gravity of matter merges with the upward radiation of light to create a condition of deep harmony. How beautiful. This juxtaposition denotes a time of peace and blessings for all living things. So this is earth above and sky below. Interesting. So this is like a balance, almost like an upside down. Wow. In the affairs of humanity, tranquility comes when the good, strong, and powerful show favor to the lowly, and those of more modest means are well disposed towards those who are currently blessed. There is an end to all feuds, and in such a state, the energy is high, the way is clear, and the prospects for great success are outstanding. A deep chaos abides in nature, but humanity, by carefully responding to the rhythms and cycles of the times, can find peace in the natural world. By planting the right crop in the right place in the right season, the mindfulness of the farmer brings harmony to the natural world of plants and, in return, prosperity to their family. Similarly, business needs to adjust the natural cycle of different seasons. Only through flexibility and constant adjusting can order and growth both be maintained. This is so wise. We talked about this in the last reading or the reading before last about being flexible and that being your key to growth. This piece produces a time of flowering and prosperity. The wise person channels this positive energy to all areas of life and in proper proportion, just as the farmer waters his or her fields and orchards. Be vigilant and discriminating. Peaceful conditions promote the growth of weeds as well as flowers. So here again, we have a promise of prosperity, increase, harmony, flow, balance, and a warning to be vigilant and don't be lazy or take for granted these good times. Be conscious of where you're letting those good things flow. Be vigilant about nourishing each section of your life that needs to be nourished and not just focusing on one and neglecting the other. And also, as you're enjoying this harmony and this increase, be sure to still be discriminating, because you don't want to be like spending extra money on things you don't really need that you could use in the future, maybe when the increase is a little bit less. Things like that. You still want to be very conscious about where your abundance is flowing and how you're taking care of that abundance. So that's great advice, Pisces, but I'm so happy to hear about all of this increase in harmony that's going to be happening for us. All right, so let's get to some tarot cards now. What does Pisces need to know about this increase in harmony? The sun, that's amazing. So tons of nourishing energy, warmth, childlike fun, innocence, being carried on the horse's back, having confidence, just bright times, Pisces. This is all so amazing. What other energy do we have coming towards us here? The Page of Swords. So this is windy, just like this increase, the wind here. And you've got this energy of increase, flow, new information coming in, an increase in the energy that you're having to work with and to use to your advantage. Lots of exciting things coming your way, Pisces. What else do we need to know about this energy? Seven of Swords. So that's a recommendation to be clever. We talked about that with the Harmony card. Make sure you're being cognizant of where you're putting the goods that you're gathering right now. If this is the time of increase for you, then you need to be making sure that you're putting some away for the future, that you're nourishing certain areas that maybe have been neglected a little bit. Be really conscious of where you're planning and how you're dealing with the increase in your abundance right now. So that's a repeated piece of advice there too. What else? That Two of Swords came out in reverse, so you might be kind of not having to balance in the in-between so much anymore. Maybe you have the ability to pay back some bills that have been weighing on you, that you've been kind of like in between. This sometimes for me feels like debt, where you're like balancing these really heavy swords and you're blindfolded, like you're kind of tied up, but you did it to yourself in a way, like you've used that debt to you know, obviously spend money before. So but it's like it's a reversal of that. So getting out of debt, paying things off so you don't feel trapped in this in between, or like you're having to juggle these really heavy swords for long periods of time. So this could be a suggestion for you to pay things off now while you have the money. All right, let's get 2 more cards out here for Pisces. There's the energy that Pisces needs to focus on. The Ace of Swords, so a new idea, new opportunity that is going to lead to victory. It's a sure thing. I see this sword being wielded here a couple of times. So this could be information gathering, research, figuring out a new idea that has come to you. You might feel like you're having lots of ideas right now, a lot of clouds here, lots of wind energy. Be focused on some of your best ideas right now, because they're coming to you from the universe for you to take advantage of. All right, what's one last energy out here? 6 of Wands, yay! So this is going to be a success, Pisces. You are acting on this abundance. You are coming into an era of success. You're riding high on white horses here. This is you being confident, successful, having luck, an increase in fortune. You're also, as it said before, you're stepping up to the plate. You're taking a chance. You are taking advantage of this upswing in your fortune. So and if you haven't already stepped up to the plate or taken that swing, this is a huge sign, Pisces, that it's your time. The wind is here to pick you up and get you going. It's going to end in success. There's a lot of harmony happening here. So much abundance that you're even able to give back to those around you and those less fortunate than you, and be experiencing this harmony and this give and take, this reciprocity that you have been able to create because you're feeling so abundant. So some absolutely wonderful energy out here for us, Pisces. Let's get some advice. What's a few pieces of advice for Pisces while all of this is happening? Temperance, that's amazing. Kind of like the Harmony card and the advice and the increase card. This is, you know, balance, making sure that you're still watching what kind of alchemy you're creating with all of your new resources. You know, balancing back and forth, pouring into different cups, being able to have one foot on land and one foot in the water. You're grounded, yet acknowledging your emotions. You're able to find this balance among your abundance, and you're able to give and receive in this balanced way. So this is just repetition over and over again, that with abundance we must preserve balance, and that is what is going to give us good fortune in the long haul. What is a few more cards of advice here for Pisces? All right, King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Queen and King energy. This is maybe a partnership that you might get to enjoy with this, all this new abundance. This could be you honing in your masculine and feminine energies to become more balanced and whole. This is somebody who, yes, has a really good handle on their thoughts and their imagination, their actions. They're very kind of forward and action oriented. And then the King of Pentacles is sort of the opposite. They're very grounded. They've cultivated things around them so they don't have to leave to go get what they need. They're very generous and giving, and really understand that this plenty is for everyone and everything around them. So with this new abundance, Pisces, we're being called to share and to make sure that we draw boundaries so that we're not oversharing, and we are preparing for the future for ourselves. I think that's a huge piece of advice here, is put a little something away for yourself for later. savings account, whatever it is that you want to invest in, you know, put it in a safe, you know, whatever it is that this is not financial advice. I'm not a professional in any way. This is for entertainment purposes only. But I think it's always good advice to have a savings for later. So if you resonate with this energy, Pisces, please hit the like button. I appreciate it. I hope this was a really interesting and helpful financial reading for you. I didn't expect it to be about finances, but with all this increase and all this harmony, what else can it be? You know what I'm saying? So just keep that balance, keep the big picture in mind, make sure to divvy up your winnings here equally among all of your needs, and keep the little guy in mind as well. Maybe do a donation or do something nice for somebody else as well. I hope this gave you some hope and strength for the future. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, Pisces, and I hope you live long and prosper.